Welcome back, my pupils. This is Gene coming to you with Reloading from the Hot Pot. Today, we're going to take a look at my Rock Island Armory Vr80. This Rock Island Armory Vr80 12 gauge semi-automatic shotgun is based on the AR platform. It functions fabulously. I have had this quite a few events. I'd like to share it with you, some of its features and some of its upgrades that I've done. So stay tuned. Let's go over this Rock Island Armory Vr80. Now, I did get the white edition, and according to Rock Island, I read some information on this and found it in a couple different spots. They actually refer to this as the Starship Trooper model. I was calling it the Stormtrooper model. But unlike a Stormtrooper, I can hit with this. It makes it so easy. So easy. So let's go over this front to back. We'll start with the muzzle brake. The muzzle brake is from Rock Island Armory Imports. I ordered it directly from them and does offer very, very good blast control. These top ports and these side ports really work a lot. They take a lot of the recoil off of shooting the 12 gauge rounds. Whether I'm shooting a 7.5 bird shot at an 1145 FPS all the way up to slugs. Absolutely fabulous. Nice design. It's almost got like a door breaker design on the end of it. It is heavy, but it does balance it out. When you fire it, this really does balance it out. When I purchased this, it originally had a honeycomb style shroud that covered the barrel. Well, I either had to, one, cut it down to fit the compensator on it, or two, just take it off. So I just elected to take it off. It's got some scratches on it. It's been thrown in some barrels. Definitely been scraped up against some barriers. I've been using this for the last year and a half in 3 guns. On the end of the upper rail, I did apply a Spikes Tactical hand rest or hand guard rest. Nice stop. Put it up against a barrier to shoot it, or you can use it to hold on to the gun while you are firing it. I also did Picatinny rail protectors because that's where my hand's going, and in the heat of it, you know, you just don't need any cuts or anything from these Picatinny rails. They can get kind of sharp, so I did that just to avoid it. I also put this stop out here because the gas piston is here in the center of free floating handrail, right in the center, and I've seen some people that we're not happy after firing a lot of rounds because this gets really hot and does blow out some gas, and people were using wrap around it and things. I really didn't like that, so I just put this foregrip on here, just keep me from going back in here and holding it. The Fiatchi red dot I chose to use on here is actually quite nice. I've never had to resight it back in unless I take it off of the gun. And to change the battery, you don't have to do that. It's got a little door right here. Takes one of those little 1, 2, 3 looking little fat little AA batteries. Takes one of those, so I change that a couple times a year. It does come with different reticle adjustments on the back, and it is really quite visible. It does have notches here, so you can co-witness a front flip-up sight if you need to. It also did come with polymer flip-up sights similar to the Magpul M-Bus sights. So this year, I'm going to put that on the front there just to make sure I have a good co-witness. The factory did include some little grooves here that you could reference if you choose to shoot this and hold it in front of the magazine well. I also put on a Rock Island Armory flared magwell. This has come in handy a couple times. I've had to speed reload, only starting with so many rounds, so you use a small magazine, then you want to go to your larger magazine for the rest of the stage. So this has actually come in quite handy. Definitely made ease of feed. The magazines used for this Rock Island Armory Vr80 12 gauge are the factory 5-round magazines, and it does come with 2. You can buy extended base plates and springs for these to increase the capacity. The 9, which is pretty standard, which you can also get base pads to increase the capacity. And then we've got the 19, which is the big banana looking thing. Banana. I had to get some banana stickers for it. I couldn't help myself. You can also get base pads to increase the capacity on these. Now, about increasing the capacity on these. I've seen it. I've run with guys that do it, and then I see failures. So I'm keeping these stock is what I'm doing. I'm not going to put other base pads. If I do, there'll be aluminum base pads just for weight and drop and impact, because you know you're dropping on dirt, gravel, asphalt sometimes. I mean, whatever. So just as protective buffers for the magazines themselves. But I've got a little clip on here. I made that out of Kydex, and I actually take a spare magazine and I'll put my spare magazine in my pouch on my back, and then I'll put this one hanging on the front of me until it's time to go up to the line. That way, just don't forget it. You know, like we do if we shoot these things. Oh crap, got to go back to my cart. Okay, everything just slowed down by a couple minutes because you forgot to bring an extra magazine with you. Okay, that's all I got about my magazines. Please continue. I bought a Fab Defense pistol grip for it. I really like this pistol grip. I like the contours in it. I like the finger grooves. There's other guns out there that have finger grooves in them I don't like, and some I do like, but this grip from Fab Defense I really like. And it does open up so you can store extra batteries or tools inside the grip, which during season I always carry an extra battery for my optic and a couple Allen wrenches that I fit common things on this firearm. I added a Fab Defense buttstock on there, and I really liked it because it's got the honeycomb feature in here, just like my upper rail does. You know, the different colors got different features on some of these. The white ones came with a honeycomb finish, or honeycomb cutouts on the rails themselves. You can see there. Got the honeycomb cutouts. So I got this because of that, and this is a really comfortable pad to shoot with. It really absorbs a lot of the recoil. You know, when you're shooting it, you move around a lot, but you really don't feel it because of this. I mean, this really helps your body absorb it. The safety selector is ambidextrous, and it is larger on the left side than it is the right side, which I find, you know, a lot of ambidextrous safety selectors, once you put your finger here, they bump your finger. And, you know, it's like after shooting all day, it becomes an annoyance. This one is cut just right. It stops right where it is and can be easily selected from either side and has positive clicks. So you know it is on safe. The stock mag release button is quite sufficient to get to with my finger, and it is very easy to push. Not much pressure needs to be applied at all to release a magazine. And it is also in the same position, as with most other things on here, as a standard AR. So if you're used to shooting a standard AR, this will be a great platform for you to go on to for a 12 gauge shotgun. One really cool feature I do like on this is it does have a sling mount, a QD mount in the upper handguard. And then the one on my stock has one in the rear of it. So if you'd like to run a sling with this, you most definitely can. And it's in just a very, very nice convenient spots. I'm hitting my light up there. This thing is, this shotgun is long. It's almost as long as my reloading bench. But I wanted to share this with you today. Just a little piece of me. It's what I use for my 3 gunning. And also we do some what we call too hot to handle shotgun events around this part of Ohio and parts of Indiana as far as I know. I haven't researched them anywhere else, but around my area we have them, so I'd assume you have them out there too. And this is excellent in that. When I first got it, there was a lot of controversy I read about the gas holes in the barrel being too small. Well, I went ahead and I went by their recommendations and I mic'd out some drill bits, and I was oversized on it. So being oversized with the gas piston holes, it's excellent. Absolutely wonderful. Well, that's all I got for you today, my pupils. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of me. Thank you very much for watching, and always remember to keep blowing the smoke.